Yeah, and you know, Winter's putting up a fight here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I still favor Winter. I think that he's got a good shot at this. He's really trying to hit both games. He's tried to hit before the Mutalisks have come out, you know, and I think that he feels like the straight up macro game maybe doesn't really favor him, but trying to get a timing push and really break in there when Gametime is trying to tech up has been kind of his strategy, and it worked really well for him the first game. Second game, he took too many hits on the early game to make as much of a front that he would like to, and just didn't go his way.
Honestly, I think that's, you know, we've mentioned a few times that Winter says that he Zerg versus Zerg is his best matchup, and we can see that he's plays a very well, a very good ZVZ, and I think it really comes down to the fact that he understands and knows, like, he can hit those timings like on a bullseye, and get it going. All right, so it looks like both of our players are ready. We're going to go into Coda for game number 3 in the losers final. Winner of this will go on to face Puck in the grand final.
That's right. And
but before that,
the Archon mode.
The Archon mode.
Show match.
It's a show match, but there is $40 on the line.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, winning team goes away with some money, a little extra pocket lining. But, I mean, everybody who's participating is guaranteed money at this point based on their position in the bracket. Yeah, quite a bit of money. Over, I believe third place is almost $200, something like that. Yeah, third place is 170, I believe. Yep. So moving into Coda, the map pick of our loser last game, it is going to be in the upper left-hand corner, the yellow Zerg. His name is Gametime. And in the bottom right-hand corner, fighting for a rematch against Puck, it is Winter. As we mentioned previously, this is a best of 3 going into our grand final, which will be a best of, I believe, a best of 7 with a 2-game advantage for the player in the winner bracket, which is Puck. So the loser will have to fight a long fight to come back. Effectively a best of 5 with a 2-game advantage. So we've seen fairly different play out of Gametime, while Winter has been pretty consistent. Yeah, you know, he was really going for that, trying to make a difference in the early game last game to get an advantage and be able to use that to push himself into Mutalisks, which effectively did work, and I think that Winter saw that coming, which is why he got the roaches and was really trying to prevent that from happening, but he was just a little too late, and when it didn't go his way, he tapped out of that one and to give it another go. But it looks like Gametime is going to play this one a little bit more, you know, normal. Yeah. Well, we've seen that happen several times in the past where, you know, and that's what I was a little concerned about. Gametime was going for Mutalisks really fast, so he wasn't going to have a lot of them. But he needed to have enough to basically tell Winter, hey, you're not going to really have a chance here. And I did see that Winter put down a heart at his natural expansion before, putting that down with the drone. But you know, going for a 6 to 10 roaches coming in, and you have 4 Mutalisks, a lot of times there's not much you're going to be able to do about that, and you're just going to not have a chance to use those mutas. Indeed. Spawn pool on its way here for Gametime. It is completed for Winter, putting down his natural expansion hatchery, beginning to mine that gas. Gametime's extractor here finishing up as well. Winter with an Overlord coming into the main base of Gametime. He's going to see that there is only a tiny bit of gas mined out of that extractor, so he's going to know that speed is not going to be coming anytime real soon. Yeah, still doesn't have vision on that pool, but you know, he can assume that it's there for sure. See the weeble wobbling hatchery there, so that means a queen is on its way. Yep. One can assume that layer is not being researched at this point in the game. Indeed. Overlords of Winter making their way out onto the map. As we've mentioned a few times, Winter has done a good job of keeping vision on the map, probably more than most of the players we've seen this year in the tournament. It's really come to be an advantage of him. He's had quite a bit of time to react to a lot of things coming down, and looks like Queen is going to pop out just in time to save potentially losing a drone here. Yeah, and so able to take out both of those Lings without losing anything, really, but Winter was able to get those Lings in there and able to see what's going on in the main base. Didn't really see a whole lot as Gametime was able to get the metabolic boost started before the Lings were in range to see what was going on, so Winter really doesn't have a good idea of where the progression of that is.
Baneling nests on their way for both players. Gametime did get his down slightly quicker. So looks like we're gonna see a little bit more of the same. Spinecrawler as well from Gametime. He wants to have a little bit of static D up at the front. Honestly, last game was really saved by the Spinecrawler and 2 Queens at the front of Winter's base. Otherwise, Gametime would have just completely walked in there.
Yeah, and you know, this is the first Spinecrawler that we've seen from Gametime in this match so far. So he's clearly feeling like he needs to defend at this point.
Zergling of Gametime getting all kinds of vision as he just manages with a few hit points remaining to get up into the base. Metabolic boost is finishing up for Gametime. Baneling Nest just popping out for Winter. So Winter, if he's going to be switching into some kind of pressure, this would be the point where he starts producing a lot of Zerglings. But actually, so 18 Zerglings on the way for Winter as suspected.
Oh,
so Winter going to be going into that sort of heavy aggression again, but Gametime going for the lair.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking very similar to Game 1, except with the addition of a Spinecrawler this time. And maybe that was Gametime's plan all along. He kind of suspected that Winter was going to go for this push.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if Gametime puts down like 1 additional Spinecrawler, oh, look at that, yes! 1 additional Spinecrawler coming through and maybe another Queen down here, he should be able to hold this off pretty well, I would think. But here comes the stream of units across the map for Winter coming in. 1 Baneling is going to get taken out, which takes out 3 Zerglings. Winter aggressively morphing in more Banelings right on the ramp. Going to come down. Few more Zerglings for Winter do get taken out. I can't even tell what's going on. So many green explosions on the stream.
Yep. It looks like most of Gametime Zerglings have been wiped out. He's morphing into Banelings.
Wow.
Holy
Big Baneling explosion there. 1 Spinecrawler does go down.
Yeah, Gametime's having a hard time holding this yet again. The Spinecrawler does finish, but it's only at half health, and Zerglings continue to stream across the map for Winter. Gametime with the lair has decided he needs to hold this, and he's making only Zerglings and Banelings at this point.
Gametime lost a lot of Banelings there as Winter brought some Banelings up the ramp and popped on those ones just as they came out. If you could need to have a 2-up camera so you can see our faces when this happens, but we're just like, oh my god!
Splash after splash here.
It's the epic Baneling War of the Worlds going on here as Winter continues to stream more and more Zerglings Banelings across the map. This does look like game number 1. A Spinecrawler is rooting down here. This could be the difference right here for Gametime. More drones working their way around, trying to get out of dodge.
More Zerglings on the way for Gametime, but Zerglings stream across the map for Winter. He's just been on point with these Baneling hits, doing so much damage. Spinecrawler trying to get what hits it can. Gametime looking like he might actually be able to stabilize here. And yeah, Winter had forced to pull back to a kind of more middling map position. Zerglings moving forward, trying to kill as many of these Banelings as they possibly can, and Gametime feeling secure enough to put down that Spire, which if he's able to get any Mutalisks out, then that's going to go very well in his favor, and as you saw last time, that is kind of the point in which Winter decides that the match is over for him.
Actually hilarious right now. It's pretty funny.
Back and forth, back and forth.
I like this. I like the transition now to Mutalisk for Gametime because I think he's handling this this onslaught of Zerglings and Banelings a lot better than before. But there are a lot of Banelings coming into the Natural expansion right now.
Another Spinecrawler is about to finish. Zerglings running into the mineral line. It looks like he's managed to keep them out of his base still. Zerglings continue to come out.
Still is very even. Units lost are very even. Still only 2 drones killed for Winter.
I mean, this is just a lot of attention and a lot of endurance as well. Winter continued to stream these Banelings across the map, and oh my goodness, that is huge.
Baneling Pop takes out the Baneling Nest of Gametime. That is going to be a big deal because no more Banelings once again for Gametime.
Yeah, Gametime does have another one in production, but it's only halfway done, and now Winter's Banelings can move with without any consequence, really.
Yeah, the drone count starting to mount here for Gametime. 8 drones dead. 2 Mutalisks are in production, but it is going to be a while before they get here. Now the drones in the main base are going to be in a world of hurt as Banelings from Winter are coming in. Zerglings poking them down as well, and a big hit only takes out 2 more drones, but now there's so many deaths.
And there's the GG. Winter takes it 2-1.
Wow.
to move into the winners final.
I feel like I need to take a breath after that.
I wonder how our players are feeling.
Yeah, honestly, that is one of the best Zergling Baneling battles I have seen in a while. I mean, we expected this coming in. This is how every Zerg versus Zerg is played out, but that was, I mean, both of those players must be sweating right now.
Yeah, really just, Game Time really trying to hold on and just eke out a tech advantage, and Winter just really trying to pour in there with Banelings and prevent anything from happening. Game Time was making it look good for a minute there. It looked like he might have it, but Winter regrouped, I think, a little bit off screen instead of just streaming across the map, giving Game Time a sense of security, and then really hit him hard.
Yeah, I mean, that stream of units across the map is just like, you can tell when he's getting ready, all of a sudden it's Game Time. We're going to take a brief break here while we get ready to have a post-match interview with our players and get an Archon mode match set up. So we're going to flip into show match mode here, as the winners of the Archon mode match will take home $20 each. And then after that is over, we'll be going into the grand final of Puck versus Winter. So stay with us here for a couple minutes while we get that going. Be right back.